Wednesday, everybody. How are you doing on this amazing Wednesday? Icy Wednesday. For those that are in the Metro Detroit area, be safe out there. If you don't need to go out, don't. It is very slick and slippery, and as the temperatures drop, with the sun going down, you're going to see reflective ice on the roads. So if you do have to go out, please take your time. Allow yourself enough time to take it slow. Do not be on people's bumpers today. I am really hoping that you do not do that because you don't know your stopping time when you're on ice. And all those other states out there that's experiencing this crazy weather, you be safe as well. But welcome. I'm glad you're here this evening to get to know Bob, this amazing platform where you do just that. You get to know Bob, our Black-owned business owners, our authors, our musicians, all our talent we have out there, our CEOs of nonprofits and organizations, those who are just doing it in the community. We want to make sure that this platform is here to celebrate them. One, to create visibility and encourage you to support them, but most importantly, so that we can leverage our buying power through unity and start promoting restorations of our communities. So that's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. And we thank you for being here tonight. Make sure you share this with someone if you're watching live. And thank you those for tuning in. Happy Wednesday. I am your host, Sonia Weaver, and let's get started. Okay, so guys, as you know, I'm a true Aquarian. And I truly hate to see the end of Aquarian season. That's the one thing that I truly hate as we leave out of winter going into spring is the end of Aquarian season. So I'm just here to just give a shout out to a couple people who made my actual birthday special. I had an impromptu support of Duos. Duos is an amazing lounge here in the Metro Detroit area, and I was there at Duos with my sister friend Sharon, my daughter Kristen, and my cousin Chelsea. So if you happen to be visiting us, make sure you swing on by Duo's Restaurant and Lounge. And if you are in our area, like live here, and you have not been there, I'm going to recommend you go. If you're looking for a place that you can have fun and enjoy one another. Now, I will say, the only thing I do not like is the parking. I am such a stickler of parking. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of downtown Detroit, because I like to be able to park, get in, get out. But yeah, that's the only thing I would say. But if you're looking for some good food, some good drinks, and some good music, I went and they had live entertainment, and you know how I feel about live music. I absolutely had a blast supporting Duos during my birthday. So they're definitely on our list. So, what do I want you guys to do? As it pertains to our Black businesses, and you heard in my introduction, I want you guys to remember to take the pledge, the Support 7 Bob pledge. We are still doing that. We're being very intentional to support at least one Black business a day. Or if you want to do like I do sometimes on a weekend, I just get them all done on a weekend, because I'm telling you, I look at what's going on during Stay Connected. I plan my calendar and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to support this. I'm going to support that. So make sure that you take the pledge to support 7 Black businesses a week. Remember, support does not mean you have to physically be there. Support doesn't necessarily mean that you have to actually financially always support. Support, the easiest way is to share. I always talk about sharing. It makes such a difference to like and to share what people are doing, to make sure when people reach out to you, you actually say, hey, I do know a business that you could support, or hey, I do know someone who could do that work for you. That is a form of supporting. Now, of course, your presence and volunteering is definitely needed as well. And we'll talk about that in our Stay Connected segment about being a volunteer. And then financial support. We can't do anything. We can't scale, can't grow, can't reinvest into our businesses without financial. So, yes, if you have the opportunity and you have a need, make sure you get intentional and have that need met by supporting Bob. Today's deal of the day. Can you get excited? Today's deal of the day. Our free gift will be Financially Flawless Questions by Crystal Gunn. So depending on who finishes it first, I'm going to either make sure you get the couples edition if you are married, or you will get the singles mothers edition. Because remember, men, you can definitely participate, because if you have a sister, have a mother, have a friend, we can give the couple edition or the single mothers edition. So what happens is that, Crystal Gunn is an amazing financial strategist, but her niche and what she focuses on is women. And of course, women and couples are part of that, because women in our relationships and marriages, we definitely need to be an influencer as it pertains to our financial situations. So she has these 2 books geared to either being a single woman or being a married woman. Now, how do you get qualified to get a free copy? I'm glad you asked. Well, you will follow the 3 easy steps. You're going to subscribe to our YouTube channel, send us a pic to confirm. Like and follow us on social media on Facebook and or Instagram, send a pic to confirm. And then share and tag. Share 5 of our Get to Know episodes on your social media and tag us and tag 5 friends. You will send your pics and information to info@dealswithbob. The first person to complete the 3 steps will receive that free gift. You just let us know by commenting on tonight's show that you completed the steps. Quite simple, isn't it? Yes, just let us know you completed those steps. The first person to do so, you will get that free gift. Now, remember, you have 7 days to do this. Yes, you have 7 days to do this. So make sure you get at it. You want to be the first one to do it. Okay, so where are we at now? I always be like, everything. Okay, we're going into our featured nonprofit. Our featured nonprofit for this month, as we close out the month, make sure you support Unity. Unity means uniting neighborhoods and inspiring today's youth. Their mission is to implement strategies to strengthen cohesion in the community and work with youth through mentoring and sports activities. Their purpose is to annually provide support to children, families, and communities in the Tri-County area to meet the needs of those they serve by providing scholarships to high school students entering college or trade school, providing support to families for after-school programs, providing support for families during the holiday season, and providing coaching and mentoring through youth sports. Their vision is to contribute to the growth and success of a positive and collaborative, clean and safe community. Their goals is that each year they want to make a difference in one new neighborhood, and they want to build partnerships with organizations and businesses to help tackle the needs of today's youth and the communities. Now you can see why Unity Detroit is definitely been our featured nonprofit for the month of February. One thing I would like to mention is that they work a lot, as mentioned, with the youth. And you can see some youth being pictured during their bowling tournaments for their first and third place winners. So make sure you look out for this summer. If you have some youth that want to get involved, Unity Detroit has bowling leagues for them, and they can spend some time having fun as well as making impact to the community. Now, as we go into our featured business for tonight, tonight's featured business is Tax Divas. Let's take a moment to see what they do. Tax Divas. They are open for business. You can call 313-757-6829 to schedule an appointment. Are you eager to get started on your filing? Don't wait on your W-2s, although everyone should have them by now. You can bring in your last pay stub or your W-2 documents available. They offer tax preparation services for businesses, personal, home business, multi-level marketing, and nonprofits. You receive cash for every referral. They offer a convenient pick-up and drop-off service. They are fast, offering an in and out preparation. They charge no upfront cost for tax preparation. Find yourself in the bind? Let Tax Diva help with credit restoration service. They guarantee your maximum refund. And consumer members, you will receive 10% off or a free registration or initial consultation or a free gift. Now, make sure you go ahead and support Tax Divas. We're going to have more information about them later on in the show. It is tax season, full and in effect. So if you want to make sure that you get all of your money that is on the table, you will want to make sure that you support Tax Divas. So our deals for consumer members, we will kick off with Linked LLC is offering 50% off plus one or free plus three. I want to personally make sure that you get excited about Link because they are going to be having some amazing collaborations coming up. So consumer members, you would definitely want to take advantage of your 50% off and bring a guest or have your own Linked event and have free plus three. Make sure that you support Link because you can get together for any and every occasion. Then we have Tax Divas offering 10% off or free registration, free consultation, or free gift. As I stated before, while they are our featured business for tonight's show, it is tax season. So you will want some of the best people preparing your taxes for you so that you can be worry-free. So go ahead and make sure you, as a consumer member, support Tax Divas and get that additional discount. Tranquility Christian Counseling is offering 10% off of their events. Bright Tech Communication is offering 10% off. If you have not gotten your security cameras installed on your home or your business, make sure you reach out to Bright Tech Communication so that you can feel safe and secure while you're away. And finally, we have Boss Entertainment Group offering 10% off. Now, you know, Boss Entertainment Group is getting that calendar together and they are going to have it packed with events that are boss approved. So consumer members, you will want to take advantage every single time and opportunity by getting your 10% off. And if you are a business owner and you want to offer deals, discounts, giveaways, and rewards to our consumer members, please visit www.dealswithbob.com and join today. And to become a consumer member, all you need to do is visit www.dealswithbob.com, click on consumer membership and join today for $25 for an annual package. Now, with all those deals, discount giveaways and rewards, that is well worth it because you're talking about pennies every day. And so the savings will definitely outweigh the investment. Now, business owners, we want to make sure that you join our International Black-Owned Business Directory. Select an annual package where your consumer membership will be included. Are you ready? This is one of the part that I tell you, take a moment, take the time. Well, y'all really should have had this already ready because you knew it was coming. But get a pen, get some paper, get a pencil, get some paper, get some posters, get something. Make sure you get ready to write down as we come into our Stay Connected segment. So if you missed last week's episode, you missed an amazing conversation with Michelle McDonald. She was giving away some amazing tips and information on how to get that money, how to secure sponsorship, not just for you as a nonprofit, but also for business owners. So maybe there's events that you want to have. Why not secure the sponsorship so that you don't have to come out of pocket with all of the expenses? Volunteers are needed. Remember, this is a way for you to support 7 Bobs by volunteer. Genesis Pregnancy Resource Center is looking for volunteers. Make sure that you join now. Wills and Trust. What do I need? What do you need? Are you ready? Well, there's 2 offerings, February the 25th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. and February 26th from 11:45 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Amazing Women Speak podcast, February the 26th at 7 p.m. This week's topic, Black women and childbirth. Pray, Hustle, Slay present Black-owned Small Business Saturday, February the 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Urban Unity Ski Charity Event, Black History Edition, February the 25th, 11 a.m. at Pine Knob Ski Resort. Party with the Tea and Detroit Book City, Black History Book Fair, Saturday, February 25th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Chopping It Up with the Brothers, Conversations Towards Healing, hosted by Keith Bennett, Jarwin Griffin, and Pastor Mac A. Hall Jr., March the 11th from 12 noon to 3 p.m. On March 11th, a special pop-up shop, Pre-Patty's Day, Saturday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Merchants Are Us and Divalicious Enterprise present Business Shower 2023, Saturday, March 18th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mona Lisa's Lyrics presents Detroit's own Seda Baby fundraiser for All for One and One for All, Saturday, March 25th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The Laugh Foundation presents More Than the Eyes Can See, happening Saturday, March 25th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7 p.m. That Girl, in collaboration with the Detroit Pistons, is hosting its 4th annual Being That Girls Award. Awardee, pictured, is yours truly, Sonia Weaver, and I'm blessed to be among some amazing other women being awarded that night. March 27th at 6 p.m. at Little Caesars Arena. And let us support you and your event by adding it to our Stay Connected page. Visit www.dealswithbob.com and contact us today. Now, there was one other slide that I definitely wanted to have in there that I don't know how it got missed. On the March 27th, with the That Girl in collaboration with the Detroit Pistons, there's also a youth event that is happening throughout the day. So next week, I'm going to make sure that I have that in there too. I encourage you, if possible, to just go ahead and take the day off and let's support Bob all day long by attending the Detroit Pistons Little Caesars Arena and supporting That Girl and all of the amazing endeavors that they're doing throughout the community. Then stay to celebrate the phenomenal women that are being awarded. I just absolutely feel honored. When you look at the list of people that are being awarded, I'm thinking like, whoa, me? For real? So it really is an honor when someone recognizes, I guess, the work you do. But for me, I just enjoy it. Most of the time, like this show, I feel like I'm just having a conversation. But I am creating awareness. I am encouraging support of Bob. So I hope that I am making some type of impact. Now, it is that time. Tonight's guest, OMG. And it is so timely that we have the phenomenal Camea Franklin join us this evening.
Hey,
Hello, how are you?
good. How are you doing today?
I
Good
am
to see you
good.
again.
I'm good. It has been a Wednesday. I mean, it's been
Yes,
a Wednesday that feels like a Monday, like never ending. But so I really don't know what's going, but I'm good.
I feel you because outside is really, really icy. I just came from out there. As you can see, I still got my long coat on. But yeah, I'm doing good. Just happy to be here. Thankful, grateful, blessed.
Uh,
You know.
awesome. I didn't even know that was an outdoor coat. So you could have kept that with a giveaway. No one would have known. So Camilla, as I always do, I
Uh-huh.
use this time to pass the baton and give an opportunity for you to self-introduce. I know you probably been on the end of last year,
Yes.
but I just want to make sure that everybody knows who you are in case we have some new viewers. So make sure you take the time to tell them who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for letting me be here again, Sonia. Always great to be here. I'm Camilla Franklin. I'm an enrolled agent. I'm born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. I serve the community of Detroit. I am CEO and owner of Tax Divas, and we provide tax compliance, resolution, bookkeeping, and virtual CFO services for the community. We also offer free filing for those individuals who are 62 and over for their rent credits, their home heating credits, and their mortgage credits and things like that. I'm also an educator where I offer classes in the fall for individuals who are interested in becoming business owners. I also have a niche that I offer tax services and the services I mentioned earlier to people that are in media, musicians, and people in the creative industries. So that's what I do in a nutshell. I just, right now my initiative is to educate people, especially, now since I'm calling it the great resignation, or that what people call it, the great
Mhm.
resignation, where COVID made everybody realize maybe I don't need this job, maybe I need to
Mhm.
go off on my own. And so a lot of people decide to go off on their own, and now it's next year and they got all these different problems, related to tax that they didn't realize they had. And some people are really, had a good windfall of money, and they, you know, owe tax, or they don't know that what they owe, or they may know, and they need help. So, that's my initiative this time, because, I'm realizing, because tax season has been, it's been going on for a couple of months now. So,
Mhm.
different things that I've seen this year is something that I've never seen before that people need to be educated about. So, yeah, that's what
Awesome.
I'm doing. Yeah.
And I remember our last conversation. Well, it may not be our last conversation. I remember when we had a conversation because you've been a guest before, and we talked about that you do offer this education. I thought it was like really unique because it showed that you have a side that truly cares what you do. Obviously you have a passion for, but you actually care about people. So many times we find people that have intellectual property or they know something very well, they don't share the information. So
Exactly.
is there any other reason outside of what you just mentioned that like got you interested in training others in the tax industry?
Well, I'm really, I'm very passionate about individuals, especially single mothers. That's why I like to follow and I like to collaborate with people that are interested in that. I was a single parent for years. My daughter's whole childhood, I was a single parent, and so it's difficult. You know what I mean? When you're out here and you're trying to raise kids, and sometimes you need help. I always
Mhm.
thought about, when I was raising my daughter, and I was working, and I did have businesses as well, but it's almost like you ask yourself, how do you make it? You might have a mortgage or you might have rent, but how can I pay this car note too? You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
it's just that it was hard. It was hard. I'm gonna say it was tough for me. So I have a passion for helping individuals who I see that in me in them at their age. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so that's who I have come across a lot of different girls, are interested in finding out how they can increase or grow their legacy with their, and be able to take care of their kids in this way. And so it is a good way to make extra money if you have never done it before. You can start slow, and it's something you can build upon. You can, eventually get your certifications. You can become an enrolled agent. You can even become a CPA if you wanted to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's a skill that you can get. It's money that you can make from home because it's virtual, and you're learning a skill that you can also teach your kids. They can, at the very least, know how to do taxes for themselves, and then you
Yeah.
can move on to like trust and, different ways that people structure things so that they can, pay less than tax. I mean, I know everybody has heard that on TikTok, but, it's a lot of different things that go into that. It's a lot of different things that go into that, not just that. So come and learn about it. So that way you can, really talk about it and be, understand what you're telling people. Because right now it seems like by it being such a low barrier to enter into the industry, people are just grabbing on and doing it, but they really don't know, for real how to do it. And then sometimes you just submitting things to the IRS. This is serious business. You know what I mean? Talk Dealing with the IRS
Right.
is serious business. So you want to make sure that you're putting stuff in there right and not just doing something because everybody else is doing it or you feel like it's easy. You know what I mean? Which it
Uh,
can be easy, but I just like to, educate people on the correct way of doing so and how it can enhance your life. Yeah.
awesome. Now you mentioned even just now, and I was going to ask, so it's perfect segue. We have Camilla Franklin with EA after her name, and you mentioned like
Okay.
enroll agent. Elaborate what that is. So, because again, this is us giving not only people getting to know you, they're seeing to get to know your credentialing, they're getting to know you personally, and then they're going to see like, okay, I'm getting educated about taxes. So most people, I know I haven't even, I'm like, okay, they do taxes.
Right.
Never even know that there's could be something after the name. So explain to us what EA means and how does that separate you from any other preparer?
Okay, so an enrolled agent is a term and it's a certification by the Internal Revenue Service. So it's the highest. Uh, they don't like for you to call it a credential. It's something that the IRS gives you, and it's the highest credential that you can get for the Internal Revenue Service because they have where you can participate in what they call the annual filing season program, and you take a test and you can renew your that license every year as well. But the enrolled agent is the highest credential when it comes to licenses and being educated in tax and accounting. It's when you speak of tax, it's similar to a CPA. So you can
Okay.
represent people in front of the IRS. In the tax court, you can represent them with their tax matters. You can speak on their behalf. You can do their tax return. You have to take a three-part test that includes individual taxation, business taxation, ethics. So it really drills in the tax part of accounting versus a CPA. A CPA does the tax part of accounting, but they also have to take tests for auditing. They have to take, tests for attestations. It's more regulatory type of work that they do versus this is specialized in tax and you
Okay.
license. So many times people that are in the tax industry, they know more, maybe not all the time, but they may know more than a CPA would know when it comes to tax.
Okay.
Because some CPAs specialize in tax, but they may not specialize in tax. They may specialize in audits, which has
Oh,
nothing to do with the actual filing of income tax and that whole stream of work process.
okay.
So it's a certification. Um, Honestly, if I would have done the enrolled agent test and become an enrolled agent before even getting my degree, that probably would have been better. You don't necessarily need the work that they give you in college, where you get your bachelor's and you get your master's. It doesn't really um, touch what that is testing you on. It's
Okay.
more over an overview. It's more accounting based. It might have a little bit of tax,
Mhm.
but this track if you were a person just like somebody who's a plumber or just like somebody who's an electrician, different people who are in trades. If you're a person that don't want to go to college and you are interested in tax and you good with numbers, I would suggest go ahead and getting that certification early. And so that way
Okay.
you can grow your business. You can represent clients, people that are in trouble, doing offer and compromise. They've gotten into tax trouble. They owe money.
Okay.
You can represent them and you can do offers for them. And so that's a whole different area, and it can be very lucrative. So that's
Okay.
another thing that we teach. You know, you can start off here, but there's a lot more things that you can do when it comes to the accounting and tax industry.
I love it. Thank you for that
Yeah,
information, especially for mentioning. I was talking to a friend and we were talking about the importance of having information and knowledge of trade school equivalent type of
yeah,
programs that can get you into a job market or into entrepreneurship or a business owner and actually be something that you could live off of, that you could
right,
support your
exactly,
family off of, because not everybody is college bound. So
right,
those of you watching, that's just like a whole nother industry that you may not know about, because literally I didn't really know all the differences between it. So EA kind of is fine tuned in taxes, is what it
tax.
kind of sounds like. Is that right?
Yes, yep, it's
Got
all about tax law, internal revenue code, representation, and making sure that people are following the rules of the Internal Revenue Code and making sure that it's correct. And analyze it. If
got
you
it.
get in trouble, it represents you. Yeah, that's
Love
what it
it, love
is.
it, love it. I'm gonna take one quick pause. We got a comment that came in from Mona Lisa. Hi,
Oh,
Mona. She
hi,
said, "You
Mama.
guys look amazing." Well, thank you. I'm sure you do
Thank
too.
you.
She said, "Hey, my favorite tax preparer."
Hey, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I'll see you
Yes, yes,
soon.
yes, yes, yes. Now, let me tell you. Okay, hey, Ten said, Bob and Tax Divas, let's go. Thank you, Ten, for joining. We
Let's
appreciate
go.
you for joining. Okay, so sometimes, guys, I like to show what people are out here doing. So, okay, first of all, if you know me, you should know I just don't have the average person on anyway. But I had to make sure that, this came up. Look at that virtual summit, right? You
Yes,
are, it
ma'am.
also says contributing author. So share, share, share. Tell us about first the summit, and then it says contributing author. We got to hear about the book.
Right. Yeah. So how you think, and you may have been run across this. I've always wanted to be part of a book or write a book, but you never get a chance to do it. So you know, several other enroll agents and tax professionals that I know, they were doing this book. And I'm like, okay, I'd like to be an author too. I have something that I can contribute. And so we got together and we wrote this book, Tax Strategies for Small Businesses. And it is a very thorough book. People, friends, if you are in a business owner and you need a place to start, you should get this book. I'm not even saying this because it's a plug and it's my book. My part is record keeping, making sure you have your good records. But like if you're doing business internationally, there's a little bit about that. Where the F bar, if you ever wanted to know about that, that's interesting reading. There's things about S corporations and the differences, things about LLCs. The individuals who are part of this project and part of this book, they have a plethora of information. They're very educated, and they're CPAs, enrolled agents, and there's actually a tax attorney that wrote the foreword. So this is a pretty thorough book. I do have the book. I'm glad you might. Okay, my background is acting, but okay, this is the book though. It's out on Amazon. It's
Okay,
a
let me remove the slide because I want you to see the book, and I'm gonna go with you. Okay, show the book. Let me see the book.
Let me see. Okay. Yep, this is it here. It's a small businesses for
Oh, it look kind of thick
tax
too.
strategies
Look
for
like it
small.
got a lot
Yeah,
of info.
it's 310 pages. And
Okay.
yeah, our compiler, her name is Dr. Cosette M. White. She's been on NBC. She's been, she's a speaker. She's been out there. She's out of California, and she's phenomenal. So I would suggest that you get it.
So how do
My
you
part
get
on
it? How do you get it?
it's on Amazon. You can get
Okay.
the book on Amazon. I also have some hard copies, for instance, if you wanted me to sign.
I'm going to do a book giveaway. Book
Yes, for
giveaway. Book
sure. Yes,
giveaway.
and
So
I sign
yes,
my little
I'll be
stamp on
getting
there.
some so we can do a book giveaway as a free gift from Deals with Bob.
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. I'll
Okay.
be happy. Yep. But seriously, it's a great book. If you want to know where to start with tax and with or business. Like I said, a lot of people are out here in business now, and they done jumped in, and everything is everywhere. Get this book, and you can at least have a starting place. We've heard back to it. Okay, what did they say do? And go back in
Yes.
there and get it. And then if you have questions, you can reach out to people that wrote the part in here. That can help you. You
I
know.
love it.
Yeah.
So tell us then about the summit. I mean, I did promote the summit. I think I kind of got it
Thank
though on the
you.
tail end. So
Yeah.
tell about
Oh,
the summit. Mm-hmm.
so
And
the
if
summit
we're going
was
to be
great.
having another one.
Yeah, it was over a 3-day period. Okay, so we all came on and talked about all of our parts in detail. So they gave things away. They were giving gifts. They gave the book away. A lot of the authors gave away different consultations and different gifts they had. Other ebooks they have written. I also have an ebook that I can send you that you can give away too. It's a 10 tip book. I can give you that too if someone wants to have that. And it was just an exciting time actually. They gave a lot of things away. They went into depth in a lot of these different for a lot of these different chapters. Just going over what things were. It was really a party. It was an
We have a
online
party, a
virtual
tax
party.
party.
We had a good time. Yeah, we had a good time on there. Yep, it was a
Well,
great time.
here's some things that it sounds like to me. Okay. So I'm not ashamed. People know I'm faith based. People know I believe in Father God. I'm very spiritual. Believe in the law of attraction. I believe in just laws of the world. So we believe
Hmm.
in law of gravity. What goes up must come down. Same
Yes.
thing. I believe in the laws of attraction. The thing is a lot of times mentally, when you're worried about your business financially, when you're worried about your personal stuff financially, when you're afraid to file your taxes because you're afraid you go, oh, all of those fears that you're actually doing is attracting lack,
Yes.
because really you don't have the fears of those things if you have the resources to take care of them, right?
Right.
So the thing is that you want to change the law of attraction, and it also begins with knowledge. So guys, these books, I mean, from the one we're giving away today, and from the one that we're going to be giving away soon for Camea, is position you in a place where you don't have to be afraid of your finances. You don't have to be afraid of how you're running your business. Your books are going to be in order. All of these things she's talking about is going to be in order. When tax season comes around, you're not going to be afraid because you got everything in order. And you're going to see a return coming on your investments within your business because of the law of attraction. For that alone, you need to get the book so that you're
Right. I
changing your
agree.
mindset so you can
I
think
agree.
differently.
I definitely agree. I mean, that is so true because, like you said, the law of attraction that is real. If you're worried about it, so you're constantly thinking, you might not even understand. It took me a minute to understand that, but really, when you're worried and you got anxiety and you're thinking about, oh my God, I'm not gonna have this money. I'm not gonna have this money. You tell the universe, and I have the money. You know what I
Right.
mean? But if you like constantly reinforcing positivity or being prepared,
Hmm.
sitting down and taking a moment. And that's one thing I do teach people, and I talk to people about sitting down at least once out of the month and just writing your stuff down and getting your paperwork together so that at the end of the year, it doesn't have to be all over the place. You know what everything is. You feel confident in the numbers because that is the backbone. That's the um, foundation of what the IRS needs to
Hmm.
see if you are ever audited. And so then you won't ever have to worry about an audit. If they call you, you got it.
Right.
You know?
Right. Now,
you know.
before we go into the meat and potatoes of what you're doing, I have one other question. You mentioned about you offering courses. So is that on your website? Do you offer them all continuously? Do you do it only a certain amount of time through only a certain time of the year? How does that work?
I offer them in the fall only because we're kind of busy during tax season, so we like to do them between August and December. But I
Okay.
do offer mentoring service all through the year. So let's just say you decide to take classes and then you decide you want to be in business and you come under me. I do have a mentorship where we meet once a week and we can go over, different things that you have, questions you may have, things you come across, so that you're not alone if you do decide to come into business. I mean, but it is work. You know what I mean? It's still work. You have to put yourself out there, get your plan together, have your, paperwork together. But, I am there for you for support.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is on my website, which is taxdivasdetroit.com. You can go there and find out about the courses. I can also send you a link to text. We give out a $20 gift card on Facebook every month if you sign up for our mailing list. And so that means just submit your email and we put you in the raffle. And if you're picked, you'll get the $20 gift card. So,
Awesome, awesome. So she already did the segue. I was gonna be like, how can they get in touch with you? Because we're about to lead into the meat and potato section, but she already gave the website. Now, is there a phone number associated with the business that people could reach out to or no?
yes, it's 313-757-6829.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. So I came across this and I was saying, OMG, OMG, OMG.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this like for real, for real, for real?
This is true. Yeah, so this year, for everyone who files, and we were offering it for referrals as well. If you refer us or if you um, are chosen, you'll get put in for a free vacation with airfare. So last year we didn't have the airfare part. You would just get the lodging, 3 days, 2 nights for everyone. But this year we have where you can get um, for instance, a 3 day, 2 night, and airfare. So you can get there. Now, you do have to pay the taxes, but obviously, it wouldn't be anywhere near how much you would pay to go to places like Miami and Cancun, different things like that, So
Mhm.
there are like 21 different locations you can choose from. And yeah, you can come and get more information if you refer. We do that as well.
Okay,
Referrals
y'all.
is the play.
Don't be playing on me. Whoever got this from this show, I'm your referral. I'm your referral, y'all. Come on now. Don't act like you just came across it on social media. You know you was watching this show, so don't forget to put me down as your referral. OMG, that's just like awesome. And
More, more.
looking at the comments, yes, Mona. I guess she was saying I was typing it because her question was, "Are you giving trips to your clients this year?" And she said, oh, "Okay, you answered it. I was typing it." LOL. Yes. Oh my goodness. I just couldn't believe it when I said what? Wait, huh?
Yeah, so vacation, it's the lodging and it's the airfare. So I guess that's the whole vacation. Obviously you would have your food or whatever you want to drink, you want to you know, get it in, drinking wise if you're a drinker. But not that, but you get your lodging and this year your airfare. So that's a blessing.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Now,
Yeah.
one thing I know people's questions that come in, the weight. So I imagine that you're taking appointments. Or are
hmm
you doing walk-ins or just appointments?
So we do take walk-ins. We're open Monday through Friday for walk-ins. Saturday we prefer to do it by appointment, but Monday through Friday between 10 and 5 we do walk-ins. But we're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So then if you are a walk-in, and we're going to say if you have an appointment, because if you're taking walk-ins, I know you have to kind of like fit them in between appointments.
Yeah. Hmm.
What's the wait like? Because that's always a concern with people.
Well, it depends. Okay, so it's February the 25th. It's still pretty. Well, it's the 22nd. It's still pretty busy, but it's going down. As far as the number of people, and then the virtual is getting more and more popular, where people just want to drop it off or either use our link because now we have a link. You can just drop in. I'll send you the link, and you can upload your information, and we talk over Zoom, and it's over.
Oh, okay. She got a
You can
virtual
do that,
option, y'all.
right? We got a virtual option, but if you're in the neighborhood or you a type of person that want to sit down and see, which I'm that type of person too, so I totally understand it. You can come in between those hours, and we'll take you. I'm gonna say maybe 15 minutes. We try to
Hmm.
make it fast. Maybe 2 weeks ago I wasn't able to say that because we were really really busy, but it's not as busy. So if you want those procrastinators and maybe somebody who doesn't really get a refund, because last year, last week and 2 weeks ago, all these people that's coming here, they get refunds, so they want their money as soon as possible. But we coming into a new season where people that don't too much care because they think they may owe or they're going to get a little bit. It's like I got a file, so I'm gonna go and get this done, whatever. You know,
And I'm gonna knock on wood because praise God, I have not been an over. I'm just a procrastinator. That's the problem right there. I get the refund, but I just be like, oh Lord, I gotta get all this stuff. So I'm going to have to get a copy of the book for myself. I believe every year I tell myself, if you stay in order, if you it's say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
get
Just keep
ready.
everything in
Exactly.
order instead of backtracking and pulling out stuff and plugging it in. I should just go ahead and just progress along. So I think I'm going to have a copy for myself and another one to give away because
Okay.
I'm sure it will help me as well.
For sure. For
So
sure.
there's one other thing I had queued up before I go into some of my closing questions.
Okay.
Do you still offer this service?
Yes. Yep. We also offer notary services. $10 a page. It's pretty straightforward. You do have to come in person, and you have to have positive ID, unexpired state positive ID. So it could be
Okay.
driver's license, passport, or state. But yeah, we offer it. Yeah. I'm the notary, so you'll be signing off with me. You would have to present the document. If there are others that are also on the document, they will need to be present.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So if you're
Okay.
looking for
Yep.
notary services, Tax Divas has you also. So
That's
just wanted to
right.
make sure I put in there because since your name says Tax Divas and people mental going straight to just taxes, I want to make sure that they understood all of the offerings that you have available within your business.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, Camille, this is one of my favorite questions I like to ask people because life is a roller coaster up and down of its
Hmm.
own. Being a business owner, entrepreneur adds another layer to that roller coaster. So,
Hmm.
how do you stay encouraged?
I pray a lot, and I meditate now. Like I have to every morning write what I'm grateful for. You
Mhm.
write it 5 or 6 times, and every day that makes you remind yourself what you're grateful for. And then
Yes.
you just say your daily prayers. It's like a daily thing that you do every day. You read your Bible scripture, you say what you're grateful for, and it just helps you. It helps you
It
feel
does.
grateful. You know what I mean?
It
Because
does.
you really, it's a blessing to be in business. It's hard, and it is something that you have to
Hard.
work towards. But I mean, if anybody that's been in business, sometimes, and you're supposed to speak positively. So I'm working on that. Okay, it's challenging up
Yeah.
until now, but it's also enjoyable. And so just being grateful reminds you that you didn't have to, you could be someone that is laid up in the hospital bed. Like I know this one lady, she was also a tax preparer. I believe she may have been an enrolled agent, but she had a stroke. And so she is, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to get up and do what I'm already doing.
Mm-hmm.
She's still trying to operate her business. So, I don't have to go through that. So it's a blessing. I'm grateful. Thank you. You know,
Yes.
thank God. So
Yes.
I do that to remind myself. If
Right.
COVID did nothing, was to remind you,
Yes.
about that. And then take time for yourself. Sometimes, again, it can be overwhelming. Dealing with different personalities and things like that. Sometimes you have to take a self care day, and that is
Mm-hmm.
vitally, vitally important. And I'm learning that because you can get burned out.
Yes.
If
Mm-hmm.
anybody know me, know that I'm a hard worker. You work 10, 12 hours a day, every day, all the time. You get burnt out. It's
You do.
necessary
You
to
do.
have a self-care day and a day to yourself. And that way you can replenish yourself,
Yes.
and then you can get back to it. You fresher. You can think clearer,
Mm-hmm.
and so these type of things in this season, I'm really trying to um balance my life and incorporate things that make you healthy, which
Yes.
mentally being grateful makes you healthier,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Well, I will say you said a couple of things I would like to. I put a pin in that I wanted to touch on, and I wanted people to say it sounds like a cliche sometimes when people
Hmm.
say, I pray, I meditate, I do these things, but it's not a cliche. I am so excited about what's to come because of all the hell I'm going through now.
I
Because
know
it's
that's
like
right.
on the other side of the hell
Yes,
that you go through, if you press through, it's something,
yes.
something there, right? And the only way that I'm getting through day by day is by prayer, praise, going up with gratefulness, and recognizing, hey, there's a line of people who would trade shoes with you right now. Like you
Hmm.
mentioned, the young woman, hate to say that, had a stroke. But reality is sometimes if you allow your mind to wallow in there, what you're
Hmm.
going through, what you're seeing right now, it can take you through the spiral that you might can't get back out of it. And it can delay what
Seriously.
was coming to you because, again, that law of attraction. But if you actually believe and you're grateful for where you're at and where you're going, if you already see yourself there and feel yourself there and know you're
Hmm.
there, that's going to keep attracting you being there. And it's
Hmm.
going to help you get through the now because you know where you're going. So I
Right.
love that you said those
Exactly.
things. Love that you said
Yes.
those things. And self-care. Self-care is huge, especially the mental part. It's huge.
Yes.
It's so huge. Now,
Yes.
with the exception of your book, of course, what book is currently on your nightstand or that you recently read or highly recommend reading?
Okay. So right now I'm reading this book called Harry. It's not called Harry, but it's about Prince Harry. Is he Prince?
Oh, okay.
The Queen's grandson.
Uh-huh.
I'm reading his book, and I didn't know what to expect when I was reading that.
I
But
wouldn't either.
um, that book there, because I'm in a book club, and so we pick different things to
Oh,
read. Yeah, and so reading that, you just never know what people go through. You figure, okay, he's a prince and this, that, and the third. But like I was saying, the mental thing is very important because they play a lot of little political games over there, and
mhm, mhm.
you're taught at a young age in how to act and what you're supposed to do and what not to do over there, and the queen don't play. So it's like that type of mental games they play with you, and the fact that his mother died, really had an impact.
Mhm.
His mother was Queen Diana. It had an impact on him, and he's married to a uh, African American woman, and that whole dynamic
Mhm.
over there. So it's just very interesting on how he is um, verbalizing it because I'm listening to it by Audible, and so it's his voice, and he's talking about his different dilemmas about him and how they're spinning all of the things that happened to him. Some of it was right, some of it wasn't. Some of it's true, some of
Mhm.
it's not. You know,
Mhm.
and so it's just interesting as all to think about people in other areas because it's good to know how other people in other countries live because we don't, you know, people in the
Right.
United States.
That'll be
It's
like
not
good.
just the United States, right? It's not just Detroit, Michigan. It's
A world.
Africa and
It's a
right,
world.
right, whole world.
And when you really
It's
realize that,
different.
I tell that people in business, especially with the onset of the World Wide Web,
Yeah,
right?
right.
If you have any type of reach that's online, you got the world at your fingertips. That's
Yeah,
abundance. I mean, people, seriously, we can support one another like 10 times over and still wouldn't deplete all of the resources and abundance that exists for us. So
right.
I'm glad you mentioned that too. And I think that would be interesting just to hear his voice, his perspective, because things have been probably swept on the rug, probably skewed to the way it needs to be
Yeah,
acceptable and all of these kind of things. So wow, that does sound like that will be an interesting read.
yeah.
So Camille, we are at the end of the hour. Now,
Oh, it went
we
quick.
did have a good conversation, girl. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But is there something that we haven't talked about that you would want to make sure that you mention this evening?
Well, I talked about the book. That's my focus. Again, my niche is music, media, and creative industries. I'm also a vocalist, and that's getting ready to get back up in the summer. So be looking out for that. I'm gonna be working on a project. My father, he was a musician in this local area. He passed away in 2020, so I'm doing a dedication small album for him. Highlighting his record. So that's what I'll be working on during the summer, and look out for me as far as the classes. I'm really trying to educate the community. Also, initiative educating children will
Mm.
be on the east side. It's called What About Us organization.
Mhm.
And so they have a community hub, and we'll be teaching those children of that community how to do taxes. So, that's another
Love
thing we're going to be
it.
ramping out so that kids can learn. Because if you learn at an early age, that's something, again, that you can take with you. You'll always
Yeah,
have it, and it's a skill. So,
I
definitely
love it.
providing for
I
it. Yeah.
love it. Yes, I was going to mention on mine. Camille beat me to the punch. I was going to say yes. So if you guys have watched any of my videos and be like, yes, that is her. That is the one that's on stage with a beautiful voice that had me singing
Oh, thank
it.
you.
She is an amazing
Thank
powerhouse
you.
songstress. You would not believe all of that comes out of Miss Camille Franklin. But yes, I do enjoy the singing. So I will look forward to that
Thank you.
project that you're doing in honor of your father.
Thank you. And I'll be
So
telling you about it too.
okay, good. Please do. Okay,
Yeah.
so guys, we are actually like getting into the end of the hour. Can you believe it? And I just have some things that I want you to get excited about because can you believe it? The next time we meet will be March.
Already.
Kicking off March 1st, we will be speaking with the phenomenal Kimberly Glenn, the founder of Good Measure Nonprofit. That following week, we will be speaking with my sister, my absolute joy, and that is Cheryl Shoemake. She is the founder of Stepmom Sanity. We will have a conversation with my friend if he lets me get a word in. I'm telling you, Mr. Griff, Arlen Griffin. Oh, he is the host, a co-host of Get Up with Eric Campbell in the mornings, an actor, a comedian. I just say doing everything, right? He's just doing everything. So that's going to be a phenomenal conversation. And we will close the month out, at least with guests, I should say, on the 22nd with Mr. Integrity. Yes, Mr. Integrity himself of Integrity
I like that.
Go. Make sure you mark your calendars and plan to join those conversations. And if you have not already done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's get these numbers up, guys. All you have to do is go over to YouTube, do a search for Deals with Bob, click that red subscription button, and while you're there, click that little notification bell so you never miss another live episode. I just have to thank Camea again. I have to thank
Thank
you for
you.
watching. Make sure you guys share, because I know you might can't watch it live, but make sure you share, share, share. Don't forget about the free gift we're offering, that phenomenal book by Crystal Gunn, Getting Your Finances Together. And we will see you next week. So as always, I am Sonia Weaver, and I encourage you to spend with purpose, because your dollar does matter, and deal with Bob. Have an amazing night. We'll see you next week. Bye.